Hey, Miss Parker.
Hey, Miss Parker. What's happening?
Hey.
So this is our topic for the night.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. Boom. All right. Just to what I was going to say, right? Just to piggyback off where we were starting the conversation. Unhappy women leave. Unhappy men cheat. I feel like a woman is less likely to cheat while unhappy, but I think she's more likely to lead a relationship. Whereas I feel like a man, because of the duties and the responsibilities that come with being a provider, a protector, we're not just going to forsake our family and leave because we not happy, right? Like I never woke up one day and said, I don't feel like paying the bills, or I don't feel like, but a woman could say, I don't feel like having sex. I don't feel like cooking because I'm not in the mood. We're not really basing our duties and our responsibilities off our feelings. So when it comes to our happiness, I might find happiness over here while making sure my responsibilities are taken care of. So that's kind of the notion of it. I'm going to give you the floor and let you go in.
Right. I just think that, like I said, it depends on what type of relationship you in. Yeah. If you in a relationship where you married, marriage is a real committed relationship. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was always a provider. If Nick was my baby mom, my other baby mom, my girlfriend, whoever I'm dealing with, right? I'm always a provider. But it's a different level when you marry somebody, you commit to them, if you serious about it. You know what I mean? For sure. That's why I always say, everybody's not ready to be married. Most men have to be super ready to be married. They got to be ready. If you're not ready, don't waste your time, don't waste other person's time. You understand what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm going straight up just voice my opinion to my wife. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to do things differently that's in the marriage than I would do with a girlfriend or with my baby mom. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to bring the same things into the situation. I want to be able to say, yo, let me be honest with you. I'm going to tell you what really made me really go hard with marriage and with Nikki. I'm going to tell you the truth. Everything that I liked that she wasn't hip to, like I poured that shit into her. Yeah. You understand? Like I could have went and got it from 5 different places. But what I started to do was I started to say, damn, what I really like out of woman is really most of the energy that I'm pouring into the woman that I'm getting reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? So my thing, right. So my thing is I started investing in her. Yeah. I started to things that I liked that I thought that would look great on her, or things that I think that she could benefit from. I started to say, try this, try that. Yeah. And she was the type of woman like, well, where you see that at? Why you want me to do that? She was receptive of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because of the reality of it, at the end of the day, she wanted to please me.
Hey, listen, I'm glad you just said that, right? The investment, right? Because that's a pivot point, right? As an investor, you're not going to walk away from a deal because it's taking too long, right? Because
not me, yeah.
It's not an emotional investment. You're playing along. So when I talk about a man cheating, you might go get another property. That's something that you can flip right quick. Right. But you're not going to just say, F the crib I'm working on because the contract is taking too long. Exactly. You know what I mean? So, and now let me ask you, because I don't like to speak for women in the presence of women. I want to ask your perspective. Speaking from when I say a woman will leave if she's unhappy, do you see that be the case? And, you know, even if you could not speak, you could speak from a marriage perspective and then from a woman perspective and give us both takes. Do you think that women are more likely to leave in a relationship when they're not happy?
Or more likely to cheat?
Yeah.
I think more likely to leave. But I feel like women are emotional. Like you said something earlier, like it's been times when I've been mad at him and I don't want to feed you. Yeah. Like, seriously. Like, we will be arguing.
Oh, you got starved.
Like, and my husband is like, sometimes he don't have no pics. Whatever he thinking, he gonna say it. It don't matter. But a lot of our beef was business. Yeah. But I took it personal because that's my husband. I don't care if I did drop the ball on this, but you my husband.
Yeah, she wants to say that.
Yeah. And then 5 seconds later, you want to eat. No. And you know I still want to be mad.
Oh, it is funny because it could be the same thing. The situation could be, you could be mad, but you like, I'm not going to leave my wife stranded on the side of the road. Right. She just caught a flat. Right. I'm going to go fix this tire because we logical. Right. So when I say what I'm saying is like logically, when they say it's cheaper to keep her, it's way more easier. And I'm not advocating for cheating. Right. I'm not saying cheat. Right. I'm just explaining the mindset. Right. It's more easier for a man to say, you know what? All right, we going through this. I'm going to find my happiness right here, but I'm going to make sure I keep this foundation straight. Right. Whereas though, it's going to be consequences and repercussions to whatever she's feeling towards you, where it's like, we not having sex, you're not getting this food, I'm not happy, I'm going to give you negative energy because, like she said, they're emotional. Right. So that's how I'm balancing it, the woman's emotions versus a man's logic. If we can understand that dynamic, you will know. Like,
so let me tell you what it is. Like, we got to start thinking the game. Like, I think the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't make moves off emotions no more.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't make moves off instincts. You know what I mean? I really sit back and I think the game. I watch, I observe everything. And even at home with my wife, with my kids, like, I never forget, my pop walked up to me. My pop was in the street, he was getting plenty of money. And I knew when I started hustling, right? And my pop told me one day, he was like, just because I don't say nothing don't mean I don't know what's going on. Like, he come from that. You know what I'm saying? He was observed. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So he knew how I was moving and shaking, that I was doing something. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So I want to say, like, even with my wife, like she said, she might feel like sometimes, and she ain't cooking, right? So when she do cook, I ain't eating the shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, because in her own little way, I gotta show her how it feels. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
No, that's good.
I gotta show her how it feels.
That's good. That's
now,
good.
Guess what? Can I go out and say, oh, I can get somebody to cook me something to eat? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the reality of it is, like, when you married in that preacher say, or email, whoever say, you know, it's y'all against the world. Yeah. So, like, my friends, most of them not married. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm having a problem with my wife, realistically, I shouldn't be discussing it with them because they really don't understand. They don't understand, 100%. And they gonna give me my nigga advice is like, man, listen, man, what's up with these bitches? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's how they gonna be, like, cause they feel like, shit, nigga, if you back out in the street, we outside. You know what I mean? Yeah. So my thing is, like, when it comes to being married, I try to discuss everything with her. Yeah. And a lot of times, like when shit on my mind, I will say it to her. You know what I mean? Number 4, like she said, I used to say that shit anywhere. I could be anywhere in the world. Yeah. I understand that bothers her. So, but I'm a type motherfucker that I got to get it out. Yeah. So normally now, like, when we alone, we'll discuss things and I talk about something. And this shit might get me frustrated from different things, but I want her to know what's getting on my fucking nerves, because I don't want to be no weak motherfucker where I just pick up one day and I'm over here with some side chick and she embarrassed and she don't know what I'm doing. I left. And I left. I'm going to straight up tell her, like, yo, listen, not only am I telling things that bothers me, and am I telling the truth? I tell her things that I feel like she might be lacking in, and as her husband, I'm giving her the opportunity to fix it. The reality of it is, sometimes you get to a point where you just like, yo, maybe this shit ain't working. You know, and I'm gonna be honest with the world, like, me and my wife had those conversations. I'm like, babe, I love you to death, like, maybe it just ain't working, like, just let me go ahead.
Can I pivot real quick? So when them conversations take place, how are y'all able to retract back to y'all union and not give up?
Because I'm gonna tell you how, like, I'm gonna say from my point, then I'm gonna let you speak. With me, it's like, I want her to be the best she can possibly be. Yeah. And I know that I brought the best out of her. You know what I'm saying? And I know that she brought the best out of me. Yeah. And if we can't align with it, then I want her to be great to somebody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
And I'm just gonna tell you that takes a level of maturity. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And that's
that's unconditional love right there. Right. When you want to see somebody happy, whether it includes you or not, that's actually the epitome of unconditional love.
And I think what I love is, and I'm gonna be truthful with you, like, I'm really the dude that I'll leave. She'll tell you that. Like, I leave with the clothes on my back. I ain't she ain't gonna be having nobody up in here sleeping in this bed. Like, bro, I'm out. I walk out that door, and that's just who I am. If we couldn't fix it.
I was about to say that. I think that only because we already talked, your ass gonna go to find one of them other cribs for a couple of weeks, cool off, and come back. But you will only leave in the extent that is unreconcilable. It's like there's no way to fix it.
And we had those conversations sometimes. Let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all watch this Instagram and think everything peaches and cream. Do I love my wife? Yes, absolutely. Do we have real problems sometimes? Yes. Do we get frustrated with each other? Yes. Do it get to that point where sometimes I'll be like, damn, maybe this shit just ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that be my mind playing tricks on me, because the reality of it is really nothing out there to me better than her. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's gonna hold me down. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So my thing is, if I could share anything with anybody, like, make sure when you get in a committed relationship that you really want to be committed. Like I feel like it's nothing that I can't share with her. Yeah. There's nothing that I can't tell her. Like, we was on a plane one day, we was flying a commercial. And I sat on the plane, I'm just, going through my Instagram before we take off. And I looked at my DM and somebody's like, oh, I just seen you on the plane. You cute in person. So I said, oh, I still got it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm laughing about it. But I just told him, I was like, I still got it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like when you get to a certain level of friendship with somebody, like, it's like, I wouldn't rather be with nobody else. Like, and honestly, like, even with sex life, like I ain't got to jump on my wife every day. You know what I mean? I just enjoy her company. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. I ask her questions. Yeah. I try to figure out different things with her. I try to learn different things with her. So, as far as from that standpoint, like I said, when you're in a committed relationship, a real committed relationship is different. Now, all boyfriends and girlfriends, after you in a marriage, that shit really, to us, is like, that shit's not really real no more. It's like that shit wasn't even really the warm up.
Because when me and you talked the last time I was here, and you had said that, it made sense to me because I'm like, I'm a marriage minded person. I got the mindset, but when you, because I always just say, I'll say like, yo, like I don't think I'm monogamous. Like I only want one wife, but I don't think but I'm only gonna speak from the perspective in which I sit today. When we talk about marriage, and once I take them vows, I think that I throw them desires out the window now because now it's like I'm not just legally contractually bonded, but now my soul is bonded with this person. But because I haven't found that one yet, it's easy for me to be like, yeah, I only want one wife, but I don't know if I'm just gonna have sex with one girl for the rest of my life. It's easy to say.
We all think like that at one point. So, I used to argue with my brother about that.
You get what I'm saying? So again, and I was talking to my homie, he a minister, and he was saying like, yo, like, because he married and all of that. And I like to talk to married men because that's my goal. Like you said, I don't want to talk to my homies that's not
married. You're going to get to a point where you over it, right?
I feel like that now.
But I'm going to say this. You're never not going to, it's not like you're not going to see something that's attractive to you.
He said the exact same thing.
You know what I mean? So let me tell you something. When I be on Instagram sometime and I see the girls and they selling they got the boutiques or whatever, and they got them tight outfits on, I'll be like, damn, she shaped like Nick. Yeah. I get the order in that shit. Yeah. I order it for my wife. Yeah. Am I lying, babe? You know what I'm saying? I had to order for my wife. Listen, I might get motherfucking $28 outfits. She try half the motherfucker, she can fit half the motherfucker, she throw it in the trash. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? That's just the stuff that I do, and I feel like the same way you ride with your man, you my man. Yeah. We come from the street, we come from the mud. Ain't nothing gonna break that bond. Yeah, 100%. You gotta have that same for sure energy with your lady when you going like anybody can try to disrupt anything. Come in between this shit like it's nothing. Yeah. We done been through the worst.
It's crazy that you say that, right? So I want to ask you, can I pivot? I want to ask you a question. What would you say unconditional love look like from a woman's perspective? Because, and I believe this, I'll just state my perspective. I feel like the only woman that had that, and it's not like it's impossible, but naturally our mothers are the ones that love us unconditionally. Every other woman love us on the contingency that we bring something. How would you define your unconditional love? Because based on y'all story, it show that. So like, how would you like define that? Like unconditional love for a man from your perspective?
For me is no matter what, like he is it for me. So like when we going through that thing that he said, like he ready to leave, I'm not going to stand in your way because I want you to be happy. I'm definitely going to fight for you because I want you. Yeah. I love you. But if you really, if I'm really not making you happy, then I'm just going to move over and I let somebody else make you happy. And guess what? If ever you needed to come and sleep on my couch, is always there.
That's real mature. I'm going to be real, right? I had seen some in the movie. I'm sorry, I'm damn near hosting the damn shit. I apologize. But I got a married couple in here. So it's like, I was watching something the other day, right? It was so funny to me, and this is a little pivot, but it's tied full circle. It was a movie I seen it on HBO Max. It was called "He's Just Not That Into You," right? And the boy was on there telling the girl, like, basically the difference between men advice and women advice is we don't sugarcoat shit. Like, if he dealing with somebody that don't got his best interest of her, a man would be like, yo, she ain't shit. She don't fuck with. But a woman might say, he ain't calling you because he busy, or they not really telling you exactly, like, yo, he just ain't into you. And what he was saying was basically saying that there's an exception and there's a rule. The exception is what y'all have. The rule is what 99% of the people out here dealing with. So it's like it's more rare to find two people that's unconditionally in love than it is to find two people that get on here and talk shit about each other. Right. They the rule. I always used to, women to be like, nah, you different. What if you different? And I'd be like, no, like I'm a man. We think like, no, I'm a part of the exception. Your marriage falls under the exception of how things should be. Right. The rule of what's happening in the world is they disregarding everything y'all saying and doing some bullshit. So I said all that to give y'all flowers because it was just funny listening to how y'all talk about the marriage and how y'all keep it so transparent and honest about what y'all go through. Many people go through that, but they think that social media dictates a narrative of it's too easy to just walk away. No, you should leave. The moment he not making you happy, sis,
be out.
F him. And then they're going to justify us cheating as men. Like, I never appropriate it, but I just understand the mindset. I know what goes into the thought process because I'm a man. But just going into it, just listening, like I said, y'all the exception, whereas though y'all are part of that 1%. If this was 1% of the mindset people in relationships, y'all marriage isn't that 1%. So people that's watching, y'all should ideally want to get here. It's not easy. I know that shit not easy.
What, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much work you think it is?
It's 10.
It's 20.
I'm about to say, I was even going to French y'all. I was going to say 100. I was going to say it's probably 100.
I knew a married couple, Joanne, right? I knew a married couple, and I would always watch them on Instagram, and I'm like, he love his wife, she love him, and I'm like, damn, they a beautiful couple. They got beautiful kids, they family, they this, they that, and I never forget, and I was like, man, I love how y'all married, and he's like, it's work. His wife was like, it's work. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I wasn't married at the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? And when I did get married, I understand it is work. And when people say it's work, it's not a bad thing. Yeah. It's just, it's work. Like, it's straight up work. Like, every single day, you know, you got to deal with different things. You got to, like when my wife is having a bad, this is why I don't like when my wife be around a lot of times. When I'm grinding, I don't like my wife be around because when something's bothering her, I feel it.
100%.
Immediately. Like, if she there, I could wake up in the middle of the night and be like, yo, what's up? Yeah. Her vibe, her body length, her energy is just different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, like, when I'm away, it's like, what I love about me from where I come from is I got this thing, and all hustlers got this thing. When you a hustler, when you a real hustler, and no disrespect to no other hustlers, but real hustlers move a certain way. Like, no matter what I did in life, when I left out of that door, I'm in a whole nother world. They home, right? They home. And that's how I felt like in this business, sometimes you got to go into that mode where as though you like, you know what? Y'all stay home. I got this shit. Yeah, I'm going to send this paper home, but I'm going to be on the road. Yeah. But the difference is the perks that are still out there. Yeah. But you got to be able to control it. Like, I got people that come here, not to cut you off real quick. I got people that come here, right? Clients that come here and stay here, and they be like, damn, bro, that's all you be doing? I said, yeah, like, bro, I would have never thought in a million years that you go to work and just come home. Like, you got all this shit on me. I said, I could feel this motherfucker up every night. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I don't. Like, even we go out. One of my homie, man, God rest his soul, my best friend, Mancho, right? When Mancho used to always, when we would go out and we would party, he would tell the chicks, you might as well give me your number because you just waste your time with him. Yeah. He ain't doing nothing. I am. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that would be like a little inside joke. But, I mean, the truth of the matter is, man, I just feel like I don't like to lose. Yeah. And I feel like I would be losing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, the world would be like, damn, they really broke up. Like, I seen some dope couples on Instagram that broke up, and I was fucking devastated. Yeah, like, I text niggas and I was like, yo, I hope y'all joking.
It's crazy because two things. When you spoke about the work, right? I feel like because we are business minded, and success is a principle. People look at it like success just happens in business or even in whatever. Mm-hmm. Success is a principle, meaning if you want it to work, you have to put the work in. If you want a successful career, you got to grind hard. You want to get to the NBA, you got to work hard. You want to get to the NFL, you want a successful marriage, it requires work. The work just look different, but success is a principle. So right now, because y'all successful and it goes into everything, the marriage is going to work because y'all not quitters. A lot of people run into a little bit of adversity and they want to start over.
Well, that's because... and I want to get your opinion on this. So my opinion is it's because of the environment. I think that when we moved away and it was only us, like, we was isolated from everybody. So it was only us. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I didn't have, you know, if I did get upset, me and my homies gonna go make a play or whatever. Nobody was there but her. Yeah. So I went to the club with her. I went to the beach with her.
Y'all became best friends.
Yeah, we hung out. You know what I mean? Y'all became best Family friends. Stuff or regular stuff, whatever it is, I did everything with her. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I got accustomed to doing things with her. You know what I mean? Then I was able to talk to her about things. You know what I mean? And I always say that to people too. People always say, how you know if it's the one? I'm just gonna tell you from being in the streets, if you got 3 or 4 different chicks that you dealing with, right? But you got that one, if you dead popped, she can know it, then she the one. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I always use money to equate money, but I'm going to be honest, like, it's guys that got to keep up a certain image around certain people. Yeah. Because they really don't trust them. They're having a good time. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you got that person, you can say, yo, babe, give me your last, or I need it. You know what I mean? I'm hurting, or we ain't got it. You know what I mean? She might even know you going out stunting to the world, but you on cotton swabs. Yeah. But she ain't going to play you.
She not judging you.
You know what I mean?
Yo, and then I was going to say this too, is like, you'll be lucky, both men and women, to find 2 people in your life that genuinely love you. to get, like, as a partner, I'm saying. Because, like, in reality, a lot of people have their own agendas on motive. So when you find, because you said you don't like losing, when you find that one, it's like, that's literally a rarity to find. Because a lot of marriages be superficial. They be for the look, they stay together for the kids, everything but the union.
Right.
You just said she know I'll leave. So now she can know in the back of her mind, like, every day he hears because he want to be, he not selling. And then
my wife know that. She knows that.
You get what I'm saying? But so when I be, I'm giving this for the people that don't know. They need to hear it come from somebody because y'all real people.
How do you feel about that though, babe? Do you feel, how do you feel that I'm that way? Do it make you feel better, relationship wise, that I'm gonna be straight and be like, yo, I'm out. Like, I had enough. Like, how does it, I mean, I know it don't make you feel good to hear me say that, but how does it?
It does, because I'd rather you tell me you don't want to be here no more than to be out running the streets and doing me dirty.
Yeah.
Right? So I can appreciate the fact that I know you don't want to do that. Right. So it makes me want to love you more. I went through things and it's just me. I shut down, and I know that I wasn't doing all the things that I should do or even could do. And it got to a point where it's like, should we stay married or should we just be business partners? Mm. And when your business becomes bigger than your marriage, it's like, okay, no, I'd rather just be
had a marriage, yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That was the topic.
Mm. That
right was there, the topic the other day.
Golden.
That was the topic I was about to say.
That was
the topic that I said the other day when I said
the marriage getting bigger than the business, or the business getting bigger than.
I was saying something about what the hell did I say about being married? It was something about being. Damn, I was right on tip of my tongue. I was just about to say it.
It's gonna come back. It's gonna come back to you. I'm speaking.
But yeah, it was basically like she said, like, she was figuring out the marriage is getting big. Oh, would you rather have a wife that's a wife domesticated, or would you rather have a wife that's your business partner that help you build an empire? And I said domesticated. They went crazy.
But I would much rather have a domesticated wife too. But if what we living in now, I would want it to be. I feel like this: who we are in the house and who we are in the world should never conflict. So if she go out into the world and be this boss ass chick, when you come in the crib, you a domesticated wife.
But it don't work like that.
I wish it did though.
It don't work like that.
It really don't. It really don't work like that.
So what's the balance? What's the balance?
Help.
Okay.
If I'm out to 7, 8, 9 o'clock at business meetings just like him, who cooked dinner?
Oh wait, all right, cool. So let me comment on that, right? Because I don't want people to misperceive. I agree. That's different. I'm more so saying if by choice you decide to go invest here, because I feel like for my wife, family, the domesticated, the home has to be priority for her. For me, providing for the home has to be priority.
Right.
So it might require me to go on the road, like you said in that example.
Right.
But when I come home, she could do whatever hobby she want to do, whatever purpose she want to serve, as long as it don't drain her to the point where she can't be a domesticated wife. Right. That's my goal. I would work.
So I'm about to blow everybody's mind.
Hold on, let me say this real quick.
Ahead.
I wanted to say I'm willing to give my wife whatever salary somebody else will offer her to buy her time.
Right.
Like if she like, oh no, I'm making, I don't know, 90K. I'm a nurse. I make 90K a year. I would rather give her 90K a year to put more energy into the domestication and the home life and do whatever she want on the side.
So we as men always say we want the women to cook and clean and all that, and it look like, you know what I'm saying, like we cavemen or we male chauvinists or whatever they call it, right? But how do you feel? Would you rather be the person you are today, my business partner, or would you, if you could trade it all today, would you rather still be this giant with me, or would you rather be my wife and just be a domesticated wife?
That's a great question.
Yeah, that's hard.
That's a great question.
I wanna be that domesticated wife for you, but I still want to be the giant with you. So it is hard. And what I learned over the years is help. He's been telling me for years, get help. And that's the only thing that's gonna work.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you cannot put 100% into everything. Something you're gonna drop the ball somewhere. I cannot be at business meetings to 9, 10 o'clock and still cook dinner. Unless I'm in here. We have these business meetings at home. I could be back and forth, but even still, it's not gonna work. Like, so get help. Have your cooks. I was just about to say that. Kind of stuff.
That's why rich people got nannies. Rich people got nannies not because they trying to pass their kids off, but because they need to spend time. They want to spend time.
Together,
You understand what I'm saying? Like, spending time with a significant other is important. My old head told me, never stop dating your lady.
Question: how do y'all know when it's quality time and when it's time to do business? Like, how do y'all separate the two?
We don't.
I think we starting to.
Yeah. We are. Well, that was about to say first, but we don't. Yeah. Like, this shit is non-stop. That's my 24/7. We on go.
Yeah, that's my fear. Is like, remember I was saying on your part, on the different segment about when my brother was saying, like, if I go into business with my girl, it's gonna be times where the business is fucking up, and I want to talk about business when she just wanted me to be her boyfriend.
Right.
And that's what made me, because y'all married, so it's like y'all already in that lifestyle.
But that's what damaged our marriage. Like, that's what we used to argue about, because it's like my wife up. She get up fucking 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
She might want to go work out and all this old shit, right? She working out, then from there she take the shower, and she in the office, she working. And when you work at the level of capacity that we work, your brain is constantly running. Yeah. So when she cut the computer off 7, 8 o'clock, she's exhausted.
Yeah.
And all I want is some action.
Yeah, you know for sure.
So now, so I'm giving it to you raw. Now it's like, okay, 1 night let her sleep, 2 nights let her sleep, 3 nights let her sleep. Now it's like, okay, cool. So now when she might want to spend some time with me, I'm revved up.
Yeah.
She might want me to come to bed at motherfucking 8, 9 o'clock with her, but I'm so fucking revved up all day that I ain't going to bed till 3
in the morning.
I'm on live. I'm everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I think we had to have a conversation. Like we got to a point where I felt like we just going in 2 different directions, even though we was in the same spot. Yeah. And I just was honest with her, like, yo, like, I love you, like, but you know what I mean? Like, I ain't done yet. Yeah. I felt like at some point she was kind of in a holding pattern. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because like she said, she shut down. Yeah. Which she getting better. We all getting better because we got to communicate. You know what I mean? But I think she was in like a holding pattern. And like even a lot of my friends, like a lot of people that I've been around, I've taken people from, we all went from shit to sugar. Yeah. And some people have reached their ceiling. Yeah. And I feel like I'm still on the ground.
Hell yeah.
And I feel like it's so much more I can do. And like now I got my second win. I'm kicking up and I'm ready to go. Yeah. So, you know what I mean?
I just needed a little break. I'm back.
But I think y'all playing the long game again. I love the fact that real estate is, because it's about taking something, rebuilding it, knocking it down. There's so many different ways real estate can go. That's how marriages is. So y'all can renovate the relationship. Y'all can completely knock it down and build something new. But the goal is y'all own this property. Right now, y'all in that marriage. That's y'all land.
Yeah.
So it's like, but the rawness.
And we showing it to everybody. That's what I was just about to say.
The rawness in it is like, it's real. Yeah. And it lets me know that, all right, cool. I could, because that's one of the things that I look for when I'm dating is like, can I be my 100% authentic self? Like, can I be myself around her? Can she know my finances? Can she know this? When you got somebody that you can go through your ups and downs with, your goods, your bads, your ugly, that's the thing that people need to hear and see. You know what I mean?
That was a good one.
Yeah, but hey, listen, I appreciate y'all inviting me into your home, into this conversation.
You leaving already? We just will take a break and go to some sponsors real quick.
Oh, all right.
And
all right, no, I ain't got no, I'm back.
And we'll be back.
All right, say that.
Welcome back to Conversations with the Lady Millionaire. I am Danielle Nikki Parker, and right now I still have 2 special guests. We got the Wolf here, relationship coach, and we got my husband here, my relationship coach.
Hey, Miss Parker.
Hey, Miss Parker.
There you go. So we're going to do something a little different. We got our guest here that's going to ask us a question.
Yeah.
That's right. Let's do it, baby.
So, all right, pivoting from our previous discussion, you talked a lot about Greg leadership. I can call you Greg. All right, Greg leadership. And I wanted to know, because I feel like it's overly popularized for women to stray away from being led because they always say, I'll submit for the right man. So how are you able to identify him as the right man to submit to?
Because everything that he told me he was going to do, he did. He showed me his actions. Even if things didn't work out, you know, it's about the outcome. So even like I said, if things don't work out, I see that he tried. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is step in and help, and then we'll be in the positive instead of the negative. So it was always his actions, always.
So like all right, so in the beginning, did you have, if y'all don't mind me delving deep, did you have to build up to that trust? Or did you come into it already having that trust and that faith in his actions?
Honestly, like when we first met, we just had some kind of connection. It was like, I can't even explain it. It was just that he said this and I just went with it because I just felt it. Yeah. You know, sometimes I just felt it. You just feel it. And then, like I said, it always turned out to what he said it was going to do.
So did you ever have any moments of doubt through these moments and you pushed through it? Or was it, he said, I trust him, I know he's going to do it? Or was it, let me see if he do it? And then when he did it, you're like, now I can trust him.
I never had doubts. I mean, there were times where I felt like, maybe we shouldn't have did that. Maybe I should have said something that could have saved us from certain things.
Yeah.
So it was never doubt. I don't doubt him at all because I know his heart, I know his intentions.
Yeah.
I know if it hurt us, he didn't mean it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I had to look at myself sometimes because sometimes I could have saved us.
Yeah.
And I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
And I just kept on going with what he said because I trust where he's going with it. But sometimes, sometimes I could have.
And my last question would be, after, like you just said, it was times where I feel like I got the answer, but I still want to ask for the people. In the times where you feel like, all right, things ain't go as planned, how did you stay on the ship?
Because like I said, I know his intention.
Yeah.
So even though it didn't go as according to plan,
I love this.
I know where he meant for it to go.
Yeah. Oh my.
And it could have been something that I did, which was the reason it didn't go according to plan. So I just, I just stuck there because I already, like I said, I know his heart, I know his intention, and I know he didn't mean it if it hurt us. All
right, for you, how was it the process in getting and earning that unwavering trust? Like, what was your process like?
I mean, honestly, it's like she said, it's just proven. Like let's just say for arguments, even in, like you said, we talking relationships, like even in, let's say, other business ventures, you know what I mean? Like people come here, jump on and play with me, and when it don't go according to plan, then, they'll fold on you, they'll be mad, they talk shit, but then when you get through it and make sure they straight, it's like, damn, wow, this shit really works. Yeah. And some people can acknowledge it right away, and some people, a year or two might go by, like, yo, man, on some real shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just wasn't ready for it, or I didn't understand it, or whatever. And it's the same kind of thing with relationships, you know what I'm saying? So, like, even with our relationship, like, I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do, right? Even if it takes me longer. I don't never get it done. Yeah. Like, when you're a visionary, you see things different. I might have said, damn, I want to buy us a house, right? And guess what? We might have had 2 apartments before we got the house.
Yeah.
But we got the house.
But you still was getting the house.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Did you ever question if you would be questioned after a failed venture?
No, because I'm going to tell you why. When you're a real hustler, right? When you see things going wrong here, you automatically start bubbling something over here. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So that when that crashes, the impact won't be as hard. Yeah. Because that's why it's said every millionaire should have several sources of income. Right. Because if one fails or 2 failing, you got 4 or 5 more that's keeping you afloat.
All right, and the last thing, and I want this to kind of transition into the open part of the conversation. We're talking about leadership, and I always feel like social media has stigmatized a woman submitting, and they always say, a woman to submit for the right man, but most of them can't identify the right man. So it's like, besides, all right, boom, let's talk generally now. How can, for one, if you want to speak to the men, be leaders to earn that trust? And then for a woman who may have not found that man that's capable but are still searching, what are some things that they could do to find that person? Like, how can they recognize it? You get what I'm saying? Because they might say, oh, it's the actions, but what if this guy's actions look like this guy's actions, but this guy really got good intentions and this guy just running game? Did that make sense?
But like I said, it's the outcome. And even if it don't work out, if you see the way he was moving, you can tell, like, his intentions were good, but it just didn't work. Sometimes things just don't work at that moment. At that moment. So
but the only way you can fail is if you what?
If you give up.
If you quit.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
Well, that was it. That's what I was going to say.
And for you, just like leadership as a man, like, cause like you said, you're a hustler. You know, what you gonna take, what you say you're gonna do, you're gonna do. Talk to that young boy that's out here that don't keep his word, and explain to him what that does in his relationship.
First and foremost, you got to know what you want to do for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I set out a goal, let's say me and you today, we decide we're gonna go half on this book. Yeah. Right. Me and you gonna go half on this book, which is a great book, by the way. Cheating is not cheating, by the Wolf. Right. We gonna go half on this book right now. Right. And our intentions is to sell. Say, yo, listen, bro, we're gonna put up 10,000 a piece, but we're gonna make 100,000. Yeah. You get 50,000, I'm gonna get 50,000, right? Now, you wrote the book, you did your blood, sweat, and tears, I put some money up. what tends to happen is when people get to moving, and I'm gonna say this to the young brothers, right? When you get to moving in your mind, you want to keep your word, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say you only make $50,000, right? But you promised me, this is our people, but you promised me 50,000, right? This is real. This is real. I'm talking some real shit right. But you promised me 50. Our people is not like, you know what, bro? You take 25, give me 25 when the other 50 come in. It's like, damn, man, the boy told me 50, now he's saying something different, right? But you got to be so in tune on what you got going on that you got to push through the negativity of it. Mm-hmm. You got to push through the fact that I ran around the whole city and telling everybody, you supposed to give me 50, but you only gave me 25. Yeah. And the people not knowing that it's another 50 coming through. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to push it, but you got to be so strong and adamant about it that once you do give that person that other 50, then get that other 25, then guess what? You gone forever. Mm-hmm. Now your book sales is flourishing because you done already spent the wheel. And that person going to always be where they are. So if I could say anything to the young boy out there as far as keeping a word, be true to yourself. Keep going. Let me tell everybody something. This ain't got nothing to do with the young boy. Like, nothing happens at all times when it's supposed to happen. The only way it won't happen is if you give up. Mm-hmm. So I done gave up because I done gave you the money. We're supposed to get back 50. You gave me 25. So I quit. Mm-hmm. Not only am I not supporting you anymore, not only am I not putting in blood, sweat, equity, I'm doing things that could damage your reputation in business, so I might not get my money.
I'm sabotaging. I'm burning the boat while I'm on it.
Bro, this is the mentality of our people. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part is, when a wolf do say, yo, bro, I apologize, but these books finally sold, I got a deal. Here's your other 25. Then I got to be man enough
to go back and rectify that.
But they ain't going to do that either.
So how would you say that affects a relationship for a man? That same example saying, yo, babe, be ready by 8. And he never showing up. Like, you know what I mean? He never, how can he, fix that? Because
let me give it to you. Let me give you something crazy. Let's say I tell her I'm going to be at her house by 8. Right? And 8:15, 8:20 come, and she texting and cursing me out, right? But I got into an accident. So it goes both ways. She could have called and said, hey, is everything okay?
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
But the mindset of everybody got to be on the same page.
That's true, 100%.
You understand
100%,
what I'm saying?
100%.
Because you never know what can happen.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? You just never know. You don't know if this person just being late because that's who they are. Something happens. So my thing, and like, I know you learning this about me, I'm more of a thinker. I'm a processor. You know what I'm saying? I've invested in so many people, businesses, and lives, and I got zero back. But I had to process it as if, now, is it something I did wrong? Is it something they did wrong? Did I just get burnt? It's something I could have did different. Could I have helped them any way to make all of our money back quicker? You know what I'm saying? I'm a processor. So I process those things, and then I know how to make my decision based on what I process.
For sure. Yeah, I don't want to keep the discussion in this Q&A form.
Go ahead, baby.
But I am enjoying the responses. And again, the reason being is because we talked about in the last segment, y'all are the exception. So it's like a lot of people, how the first thing I said was, even when I was talking to you, I said, when I was on the first set, I was saying that it's tangible now to see this type of level of success, like to be like, damn, this shit possible. So when people hear the possibilities of a marriage that go through real life shit, they now say, oh, it's possible. Even though y'all the exception, even though it could be 1 in a million, and still give somebody that mustard seed of the faith that I could push through, and maybe I could have the Parker's type of relationship, the Parker's type of marriage. So, that's why I really wanted to ask that question. As far as in my own personal perspective, again, I see that women think that submitting has to come it comes after finding the right man. But it's like, nah, I feel like the man, if you're a leader, if you're a hustler wherever you go. If you're going to be a certain type of woman, you're going to be that woman. It shouldn't be, I'm only a hustler for the right type of woman.
Right.
So I don't think it should be, I'm only going to submit for it. It's like, if you're a submissive woman or you're not, if you could take lead or you can't, because even if they dealing with the wrong man, they still auditioning for the right man.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm saying that for the people, the viewers that might be watching, you can't try to show up and change who you are based on who in front of you. You got to be yourself.
You got to be that person at all times.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, now what was the second thing I was going to ask y'all about? Accountability. Let's talk about it. How y'all handle that in your relationships, in your marriage? I mean,
I think you have to learn that. Like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think I have more accountability than my wife.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I deal with much more people than her, and I've learned how to become accountable for my own actions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The thing is, it's very rare that you get two people that's involved in something that say, hey, you know what, I'll take accountability for this, I'll take accountability for that. And I think I lead with accountability by example. So I expect and demand from her accountability. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that's a growth thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think, and I will say that even with my wife, like she's getting better on accountability. Like over the last probably year or so, she'll hold herself accountable. Like, you know what? Yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Or well, I did do that. Or whatever the case may be. Now, my thing is with accountability, it has to be reconciliation. Like you got to be willing to not just say, "Oh, I'm my fault."
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
There got to be actions.
Yeah, got to be actions behind it. Yeah, I did it, but I'm
gonna change this.
Yeah, how do I change it? You know what I mean? Like I'm 100%. Big on accountability. Like, man, I deal with so many people, bro, in different mindsets, and I dealt with people who just uneducated people on businesses and finances. So, I gotta sometimes take the broader end of the stick because some people just are not getting it. You know what I'm saying? They just don't get it.
So let me swing it your way. Based on your development within accountability, how have you seen change and growth in yourself and being able to self-reflect on your actions and be like, yeah, you know what, damn, I did fuck that up, or that was me, or I do apologize.
Yeah, I think people have different point of views on what happened.
Yeah.
Your reasons is excuses to other people.
100%.
So you just gotta do some self-reflection and say, okay, this was the reason why I didn't do it, but could I have done something else? Mm-hmm. Yes. So I'm no longer saying, even if I feel like it was your fault, it's my fault for letting you do that.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
And that's accountability in itself too, because like that goes to the whole I did this to myself thing. It's like what we was talking about, I think was it the slavery? It was like, no, it wasn't slavery. It was what was it? Where it was like after a while depression. After it was like you be depressed for a certain amount of time, and then after a while it was like you choosing to stay in this depressed. You're not taking the actions and the steps to get out of this depression. Right. So after a while you got to take accountability for that. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Damn, I did lose my grandmom, but how long can I sit in this space before I gotta? But yes, that's what the second book that I'm working on. Everything y'all said is discussed in it. Is on accountability. Is about self-reflecting. Everything y'all just said, just the whole notion of isolating your own behaviors and being able to say, well, what did I do and what could I have done differently? So I would want to say, because in regards to it, how can somebody who's feeling attacked in conversations with their partner while trying to hold them accountable, how can y'all accept accountability from each other where it's like you got to approach her about something or you got to approach him and it's time for you to...
I mean, it hurts your feelings, but I mean, you just got to know that a person, it's not coming from a bad place, no matter the delivery. You got to know that's just not coming from a bad place. You know what I'm saying?
I'm only clapping because everything they saying is in the book. And I'm not trying to keep plug the book, I swear.
Plug the book, baby.
But I promise
plug that
I'm not.
Book.
It's genuinely making me feel like, damn, I really said things that people authentically feel and go through. Right. So that's why I'm just sitting here smiling. Every single response y'all gave was something I covered. But yeah, that was the two things that I wanted to talk about. And again, man, like I said, y'all are the blueprint. I don't say that lightly. Like, y'all two human beings, y'all both down to earth like shit, you know what I mean? But the example y'all set, like, it can't be duplicated unless it's this authentic.
Right.
Can't nobody, because
I mean, we realize at this point, bro, like when you say things like, people the blueprint, like, it's not a braggadocious thing. It's like, people should be happy that I'm the blueprint because I took the bumps and bruises. My wife took bumps and bruises. We made mistakes, but I think I can say we thorough enough to give the information on the mistakes that we did make so that other people don't fall into it. You know what I mean? And sometimes 100%. When you give that information, our people are still like, oh, no, I'm going to do this anyway. They could be just like, I'm telling you because I genuinely don't wish, the hardships that I went through on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because like my wife said at the end of the day, the intentions is all good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But when things don't work out, our people a lot of times are not understanding. Yeah. You understand? And say, yo, you know what, man? I'm with you. Like, you get some people that say, yo, like, you know what, man, I apologize. We riding this shit out. Or I'm rocking with you, what you need me to do. Yeah. And then you got some people that just want to go, you know what I mean, veer off, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, I think accountability is a part of success. You cannot be successful if you're not willing to hold yourself accountable.
Talk about it. And again, success are principles. So success in relationships, success in business, success in fitness. Like, you can't want results and not put the work in. And that work is a self thing. It's like, I got to sit with myself. And so many people deflect from that. It's easy for somebody to be like, but you did. You could say, yo, you left the door unlocked, but you left it unlocked last week. Yeah. you missed the point. Like,
you missed it.
You get what I'm saying? You missed the opportunity to be like, all right, cool. I did. I won't let it happen again. But let's make sure we don't let it happen again. Because there's ways you can address somebody within holding them accountable without attacking them. You know what I mean? And I'll give y'all one example that I use when I say a lot of people weaponize accountability when accountability is a tool. Weaponizing accountability and trying to hold somebody else accountable is like taking a hammer and trying to run at them with it. Who gonna really sit there and take the hammer to the head? But if you hand them the hammer, because a hammer is a hammer, but it could build or destroy. You could take a hammer and you could break some shit down, or you could take a hammer and you could use it to put some shit together. And that's how accountability works. You can break somebody down with it, or you can build them up. So that's one of the things that I do discuss. Accountability as a tool. That's one of the chapters in the book. And yeah, it's going to be a excellent read. I'm speaking it into existence that I'm going to change some perspectives with it.
I know you personally. Yeah. We developed a personal relationship, and I know you've been through some things in your relationship. How do you trust the next woman that's gonna come into your life? Because when I do watch you, right, and you had some hell of a topics, right? Sometimes I wonder, is it coming from a place of a battered place? You know what I mean? Like where you took some shit and you feel like you know what I'm saying? Women can be how women are like scorned. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I watch your topic, I think you had great topics, controversial topics, shit that people don't want to say. Yeah. But I think that the things that you've been through have developed the way you think about relationships. So, I mean, how do you allow a woman to even attempt to get close to you? Because the chicks be on you. They you know what I mean? And I see sometimes you be like, yo, I'm cool. You know what I mean? I'm doing my thing. I don't have nothing to do with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, at what point do you open your heart back up to a person to be able to come in and love you?
So for me, I think like I'm an objective thinker, right? So like a lot of times when I'm speaking on something, I got the ability to separate how I personally feel or what I personally went through from what I might, because some things is subjective, some things is objective. You know what I mean? Subjective is how I feel. Like if I'm like, oh, because I was cheated on, all women cheat. Objective is we all human. So I'm not gonna allow what I went through to make, but I feel like I'm open. You know what I mean? I feel like when it's like having experience. The more experienced you become, the quicker you can arrive at a conclusion. So like I told y'all, my goal was to be married. But as far as when it comes to trust, I don't expect somebody to be nothing other than who they are. Right. That's my trust. My trust is I want to trust you to be you. If you say this who you are, that's what, I just don't like. I wouldn't like nothing phony. Like I don't want to. Any woman I meet and I deal with, they'll tell you I'm always like be yourself. I want to see who you really are without the makeup, without this, without the facade, because that's the person I'm gonna deal with 90% of the time. And I am dating right now, but my process is like I'm dating for marriage. That's my goal. So if I were just dating to have sex and that's the women you say they be on me, it's like I know what they on. So I was like, yeah, I might run a movie or two with this woman, but that's not, if it's not longevity at this point, I know I'm 30, but I look at it like if I want to get to anything like this, I gotta be disciplined. That's gonna take the right type of woman with the right type of vision. And at this point, I'm putting my cards on the table. I feel like I'll do the work, but I gotta meet a partner that's willing to do the work with me. That's the only way that it's gonna become something significant. I can't be coming to you, showing you who I am, and you still trying to read me and figure it out and giving me half of who you are. I wanna see exactly who you are so that I know what I'm signing up for. Because the last thing I wanna do is sign up for who I think you are. Then 9 months later, I find out you're not who you said you was, and now we not working out. Right. So for me, it's not even, I won't say like, I could be the dude on the internet talking about being cheated on, the stuff my baby mom put me through, the stuff my mom did, but I choose not to. I take all the experiences and I be like, all right, what did it teach me? And how can I teach others? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of more so where the perspective be coming from. Like, I never went on the joint and actually spoke personally about nothing. Right. If I'm keeping it a beam, because I get to the point I'd be like, for what? What benefit would it serve me to be hurt behind their actions? I took it, learned from it, and I allowed it to shape me to be able to look at it like, all right, women is human, men is human. When I was 18 in my first relationship, I ain't want my girl liking another nigga. She couldn't think another nigga was funny, smart, charming, none of that shit. Now at 30, I be like, I know you feel that way. Just don't let me feel it. I just don't want to feel it. I don't want to be in a room watching you all googly eyes over it. I know when I leave you might do. Who gives a fuck? Like, we human. But if I'm there, you better not make me feel that shit. So other than that, I just trust them to be women. I know that if they hurt, they gonna do certain shit. I know if they happy, they not gonna do certain shit. Because I understand this, I see through the bullshit. So it's like, all right, damn, if I deal with her, this gonna come with this. Do I really want to take this headache? Because at the end of the day, it come with perks, but the realist in me, and that's the last thing I'm gonna say, the realist in me understand that the woman you deal with, you have to be able to take the pain and the problems that come with her. And because this pool is so jacked up, I'm a little bit more reserved with who I give my energy to. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I am dating though. I don't want, because I know she probably in my live, and I don't feel like that being a discussion when we get off this joint. But I'm definitely dating. But you know, she gotta. If you watching this, you gotta.
So you know what dating is, right?
All right, so I'm you
seeing somebody or you dating.
Let me say this. I'm gonna tell you why.
Because dating means you open. If anybody want to go out, they make it.
But let me tell you why. She got my attention. But she gotta work to keep it, because I had to work to get her attention.
Exactly.
But I'm not giving nobody else my attention. But if you're not going to meet me and give me effort, then I am dating.
So you seeing somebody?
Yeah.
Cool. That's what's up, baby.
That's what's up.
Nigga, we got to talk off of this.
Put me on the
I didn't put you on nothing.
No, but you know what though? You know, I appreciate the opportunity. Organic. But you know, she gotta just play. She gotta show me. I know what my end goal is. Now she gotta win the ring.
Right.
Like the championship. I know what I'm holding out here. I ain't out here playing.
But
you gotta win the ring.
Are you making it hard on her?
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm setting the standard.
Okay.
I ain't making no extra obstacles. Yeah. I'm not making it hard. I'm still doing my courting.
Right.
Doing my part, because I still gotta earn the favor.
Okay.
She gotta win the ring. I gotta earn her favor.
I got you.
I'm in that process.
I like the
way
you think though.
I appreciate that. I
appreciate. Did you take on a date yet?
Yeah, you talking about? Yeah, I'm outside.
Because I know how you feel about the date.
No, wait, y'all.
Did you say?
He did it.
I'm just saying.
No, listen, people mistook me. I was saying that I'm not interested in jumping in the DM and saying, yo, see, like what they say, oh, I'm gonna just DM a chick, yo, meet me at 8 o'clock at this restaurant. I never had a conversation with you. I don't know nothing about you.
I got you.
1 or 2 conversations is enough for me to know if I even want to be seen in public with you, because I'm building something.
Right.
I'm not just chasing. I'm not
anything.
No, I'm not.
Right.
I don't think with my little head no more.
Yeah, right. I got you.
I'm on a whole. So it's like, for me, it's like, damn, y'all can't sit through 1 or 2 conversations to at least see if we can laugh or giggle or.
Right.
You know what I mean? So people made it feel.
She might be a Virgo. You might not want to deal with her.
No, she ain't no Virgo.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
You a Virgo? You said you a Cancer.
Yeah.
I wonder how that go. Because Virgo, I'm not the astrological person, but I always heard Cancer was emotional, and Virgos are emotional, but at the same time, what was the other thing? It's like, I don't want to say y'all selfish, but they say
introverts.
Like I know it was like more so like, I don't know, I forgot. I'm not an astrological person, but I just heard things about Virgos that I knew and Cancers, and I'm like, how does that work? How the hell do y'all make that dynamic work?
I don't know. What you think, babe?
Well, I'm definitely not selfish, so I don't know.
You could be selfish in some ways, but you're not.
I take care of myself.
You're not selfish. No, you're not selfish.
Self-care.
I don't think you're selfish.
Some
ways.
I can't remember.
I think everybody's selfish in some ways.
There's some Virgos in here. They're going to tell us what that shit is. But I ain't the astrological boy. But yeah, no, it's crazy because I think that people do expect. They think that like, oh, this boy must have went through some shit, and that's why. No, I literally don't mind being attacked by people who don't understand where I'm coming from. But it's one of them things where when I say it, you might not get it today, but in 6 months or a year or 2 years, when your mindset develops, you'll go back and replay it and owe me an apology. Because people thinking I'm trying to destroy them, but if I'm ever trying to break you down, it's to renovate you. It ain't never to just burn the building down.
Right.
I want women to value themselves more than a DM and to meet me at 8.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because I said this. As a man, and this is why I say
that's because you're looking for something,
and that's the difference.
You ain't chasing.
I'm not chasing. I'm looking for something. So my intentions is a little different. As a man, I'm never gonna pay more than what it costs. As a businessman and as a man that day. So if a woman ain't setting a standard, and when I say set the standard, it's not the requirement of, oh, you better take me on dates, because you can't really tell me what to do. I'm a man. I gotta want to do these things, but more so just only making yourself available to the experience you want. Show me a lot about how you are as a person. But if you like on whatever, that's why a lot of these men do the bare minimum, because I'd be telling my young boys like, yo, you should take your chick on dates, you should do this. But if I tell him that, and this is, he like, all right, old head, I'm listening to you, and then he meet her and she cool with 2 DMs and now she in his bed, who he gonna listen to, me or her?
Right.
He chasing what he chasing. So it's a 2-way street. I just say the shit that people don't want to hear, but they need to hear. Right. I'm like that cousin that keep it real that y'all might cast as the black sheep every now and then, but I'm cool with it.
No. You got to stay that way. Keep that same energy.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Because being raw, like straight up raw, is what separates everybody. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need all the theatrics. You know what I mean? Cut the camera on, cut the mic on, and people gonna want to tune in. Everybody don't have that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So you always want to be there. Like me, like I watched Grant Cardone, right? And they slant, they on Grant behind because, things that he said or whatever. And guess what? He ain't flinch. He pumping twice as hard.
I seen a marketing fucking sponsor.
He got with all the kids on there.
Mm-hmm.
He pumping twice as hard. And you got to understand in life, you can't make people have the perception of you that you want them to have. People want to have their own perception. I don't care what you do. It's gonna be some people that think Nas won, some people think Jay-Z won. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's real shit.
So that's just what it is. So man, keep doing what you're doing, man. Stay original, man. I love it. You know what I'm saying? You got tons of followers, man. You great author, man. Great relationship coach, man. And for you to be as young as you are, man, you got your whole life ahead of you, man. And the fact that you do think the way you think and move the way you move, I don't really see nothing stopping you for sure.
And I want to say I appreciate you even extending the love that you extended to me off the rip. Our first conversation was like 2 hours, and you would have thought I knew. You would have thought that you was my old head since I was a kid. The way you poured right into me, and I feel like it's not enough. Like I don't look up to too many people. Like I'm gonna be real, because people intention don't be right. You a thorough. I ain't gonna call you an old head for the sake.
I know what you're saying.
You a thorough ass OG. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, every experience and encounter, there's certain people you could tell want to see you win, and you one of them ones. And I feel like you embrace me off the rip, and you invited me into your home, onto your platform, and you want to see my shit blow up. Like every chance you get, you like, man, I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna put you on the stage. I'm gonna do that. And for me, being somebody that climbed every mountain by myself, I ain't really never had a motherfucker send a hand down. For you to embrace me like that, I want you to know I'm grateful for that. And
I appreciate you.
Yeah, man, I want other people that's listening to know, like, cause y'all don't get to hear the conversations they don't get to hear the conversations we have. You say, yeah, we got a personal relationship, but they don't know what it contingent of.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like I could call you whenever, and I'm honored to be able to do that. So I salute you for that, and I appreciate y'all for inviting me into your home. And like, I think for the long haul, so I look at it like we're gonna be family forever.
Right, no doubt. No doubt. I'm glad you came.
I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the food. Thank y'all for the hospitality. Thank y'all for everything. And thank y'all for the platform.
Yeah, no doubt. The Wolf, y'all.
Yeah, the Wolf has
Go
spoken.
follow him. The Wolf has spoken. Go follow him at WOLFSE.
Yeah, WOLFWSE. Wolf.
Yeah, say it again.
WOLFWSE. But no, you had it.
WOLFWSE.
I'm glad you said that, because I didn't even plug myself. New book coming soon, and old book out now.
Yeah, cheating is not cheating. And I will say one thing about this book. It's not what you think it is.
Yeah.
It's not what you think it is.
Don't judge it. Don't judge
thanks
it.
for having us on your podcast.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for allowing us to use your platform and talk about relationships and being open to allow, us to have real genuine conversations without getting your feathers ruffled. And I want you to know that I'm always open to hear, the way you think and the way you feel, and you know what I'm saying? And I love you for always, allowing me to be transparent and being who I am. So we definitely appreciate you having us on here today.
This was great.
Definitely was great.
And it's a wrap.